It's yours. Jurassic Park. It's your job to make it work. Just build the park and populate it with dinosaurs. Lots of dinosaurs. This will be the greatest theme park in the history of the world.
I was born on the same month when the Jurassic Park film released in theaters for the first time. It goes without saying that the history that I share with the Jurassic Park franchise is intertwined with me. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis is a tycoon simulation video game that was released in 2003. Following the release of the third movie, you take control of park operations as the new manager. From constructing facilities to breeding dinosaurs, and all the way to making guest attractions and amenities. If you were a Jurassic Park fan, simulation enthusiast, or a kid that just loved dinosaurs when he was 10 years old, and still does, there is no way you could avoid the allure that this game offered at the time.
It's yours. Jurassic Park.
As I mentioned earlier, the Jurassic Park franchise and I share a sort of bond. My father and mother were both fans of the book by Michael Crichton, which then led to being fans of the movie. They used to mention how excited they were to go to see the Jurassic Park film that premiered in 1993. Naturally, I became a Star Wars fan of the franchise. However, unlike most fans, I really only appreciate one thing more than the others: Michael Crichton himself. If it was not for his creativity and hard effort of creating a fictional story about dinosaurs, I would not have a cool and awesome franchise that is bonded to me. The appeal of the video game, other than the Jurassic Park franchise, goes above and beyond the realm of a park simulator. The amount of work and the development team put into this game is simply outstanding. You can control the economy from ticket prices, food and souvenirs, working staff, and even restrooms if you want people to pay like some mean overlord. The world-building experience as your park grows becomes breathtaking. Your park really does begin to look like an authentic dinosaur park based on your design. All assets, fountains, pathways, trees, and etc., and buildings have unique functions that carry the overall balancing of the game. You never really seem to get bored of watching AI dinosaurs, and not only that, park guests, wander around aimlessly. The weather forecasts that bring deadly storms cause enough randomness to exploit your weaknesses within your park layout and design. Simply taking control of the park ranger helicopter to maintain park safety was truly unexpected and revolutionary for the time. Equipped with canister lures, a life buoy for lifting park guests from danger, and a rifle to exterminate rampaging carnivores, was way ahead of its time for a park simulator. I mean, way ahead. Being able to drive that classic tour car was also a novelty experience. Getting up close and personal with the dinosaurs in your park, or simply driving around your park in general, was simply the best, and it was relaxing. Although, having a giant carnivore destroy your tour car was enough to incite an adrenaline rush unlike anything else, that broke your serenity of peacefulness. Even the voice prompts that play over the audio in the game are memorable and recognizable. The voice for your mailbox that says "message from" has different tones, either to incentivize cheerfulness or disdain, can easily be interpreted as a good or bad message.
Message from Dr. Grant. Message from the park warden's office. Message from Peter Ludlow.
This is simply great game design through audio alone. but nothing compares to the voice that you hear unexpectedly and makes your heart drop instantly into your chest. The words, "Attention, there is a storm approaching the island," causes enough anxiety to rush you into a headlong, frantic mess.
Attention. There is a storm approaching the island.
Of course, that can be mitigated only if you keep checking the weather forecast in the map menu. But how often do you check that map? That is a good question, because most of the time you're just so relaxed and in a serene state of watching and discovering your park grow, making adjustments, and then all of a sudden that message hits and you just go, "Oh God, stop, please stop." The list of gameplay elements goes on for hours on end. Despite not covering the park management side of gameplay, there's enough content within Jurassic Park Operation Genesis to really explore on your own. The music within the game is actually not made by the original composer, John Williams. Instead, Steven Schutze, I apologize if I said your name wrong, wrote the soundtrack for the game. Honestly, I am glad that he took reins over the music. His work is without a doubt amazing when it comes to the soundtrack for the game. From the relaxing themes that play when peace and tranquility envelop your island, to the devastating tornado theme that rips that tranquility into shreds, are all distinct and memorable. To this day, his storm theme still echoes in my mind from time to time when I'm actually in a thunderstorm. There is a long list of mechanics for this game. However, I will briefly cover the important ones. Let's start with the park management side of things, since we haven't done that. Building a park in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis is roughly the main point of the game. Construction of facilities, creation of dinosaurs, research and development, and managing staff are all mechanics in the game that facilitate growth and expansion. Being able to create anything is another core mechanic that enables freedom of choice, which ultimately generates a great gaming experience. Next is the welfare side of things, the mechanics for keeping guests and dinosaurs happy. Dinosaurs simply need food, water, and space to move, while guests need attractions, amenities, safety, and the park entrance to get out. The welfare mechanics are not very complex and can be understood quickly to help build your park the way you want. A helpful tool to understand guests' thoughts can be found within the menu of your reports, as well as the button display while traversing the camera over the park. Lastly, the mechanics of inclement weather. Storms cause carnivorous dinosaurs to rampage, which makes them break out of their enclosures. While random, the weather mechanics play a huge role that dictates the success of your park design. Storms can ruin everything in a matter of moments, killing dinosaurs, guests, and destroying buildings. Without the majority of these mechanics in motion, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis would not be as fun as it is. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis takes the 13th spot on my favorite list of video games. While I love the Jurassic Park franchise and dinosaurs, simulation games are just time-consuming endeavors. They are video games made for passing time. They are also games that cannot be completed or finished and tend to continue indefinitely. Eventually, you just hit a wall where you just need to stop being creative and just want to play something a little bit more engaging. Though I say that, I cannot help but thank everyone who made Jurassic Park Operation Genesis a reality, especially Michael Crichton himself.